Hi boys and girls, this is Miss Coker. This week we are talking about the meaning of the equal sign. But before I tell you what the meaning of the equal sign is, I want you to think about what the equal sign means to you. So the question you're going to be answering is, what does the equal sign mean? To help you think about this, let's take a look at two equations. 1 plus 5 is equal to 6, and 6 is equal to 6. I'm going to show you some phrases, and I want you to decide if yes, that does represent the meaning of the equal sign, or no, that does not represent the meaning of the equal sign. Let's start. The equal sign means same value as in 1 plus 5 has the same value as 6. The equal sign means, here's the answer. The equal sign means you did something, as in 1 plus 5, you did something and you got 6. The equal sign means same amount as. The equal sign means same, as in 1 plus 5 is the same as 6. The equal sign means you added two numbers. And lastly, the equal sign means there's a balance, as in there's a balance between what's to the left of the equal sign and what's to the right. Now let me reveal my thoughts. The equal sign does mean the same amount as in 1 plus 5 is the same amount as 6, which also means that the equal sign means the same value as in 1 plus 5 has the same value of 6. The reason I crossed out number 5, same, is because 1 plus 5 is not absolutely identical or absolutely the same as 6. I also crossed out these other ideas because it doesn't mean here comes the answer. It doesn't mean you did something. Take a look at 6 is equal to 6. You didn't have to find an answer. You didn't have to do anything. But it does mean that there is a balance. Think of a seesaw or a scale. 6 on the left is the same amount, the same value, or balanced as 6 on the right. Let's explore this a little bit more. So think of the equal sign as a balance or a scale. Whatever's happening to the left of the equal sign, the exact same amount or the same value must be on the right. So on the left of this equal sign, we have a 6. So on the right, if we wanted to balance this equation, we would also have to have 6. Let's take a look at something different. What if instead of having 6 on the left side, we actually had 8? Is there a balance? Are the two sides equal? No, they are not. So now we need to do something to equal out this equation. So the equal sign can mean there's a balance or both sides have the same amount. What we could do is take away 2. So 6 is equal to 8 minus 2. Let's take another look. Here we're seeing that 6 is on one side and 12 is on the other side? Well, that's not equal. That's not the same amount on both sides, and there isn't a balance. We need to do something to make this balanced. Well, we could take away 6. So now we have 6 on each side. So 6 is equal to 12 take away 6. But what if we didn't want to use subtraction to make both sides balanced? What if we had 6 on one side and, we're back to 12 again on the other side? Well, again, that's not balanced. But instead of using subtraction, could we use division to balance out both sides or make both sides equal? If we have 6 on the left, what could we do on the right to make it equal to 6? Well, we could divide by 2 because 12 divided by 2 is the same amount as 6. It doesn't matter the operation that we're using as long as both sides of the equal sign end up having the same amount, or there is a balance. Let's take a look at some problems from our workbook pages. We had the problem 6 is equal to something times 8. Let's represent it on our scale. Well, on the one side we have 64. We want 64 to be on the other side as well to cause a balance or to cause both sides to have the same amount and be equal. But we don't have 64 on the right side. We just have something times 8. What could we multiply by 8 to get 64 so both sides are balanced? Well, we can multiply 8. 8 times 8 is equal to 64. Now for the tricky part, the division. We've also had some problems that look like this. 56 divided by something is equal to 7. Well, the side that we definitely know is the 7. We want both sides to be equal to 7. But that left side of the equal sign, we don't have it saying 7 right now. We have it saying 56 divided by something. What can we divide 56 by to make it equal to 7 so that both sides are balanced? Well, I'm not good at division, but I'm great at multiplication, and I know 7 times 8 is 56. So 56 divided by 8 is equal to 7. Now for one more tricky problem. How about this? 4 is equal to 20 divided by something. Well, the side that we know is the 4. We definitely know the left side is equal to 4. We want both sides to be equal to 4. But instead, the right side says 20 divided by something. So let's see how we can balance this out. Well, I know 5 times 4 is 20. So 20 divided by 5 is equal to 4. And now I have a challenge for you. Last week we were talking about hidden questions in word problems. In both real life and math class, problems that you encounter don't always tell you the exact question you are solving. Instead, you have to ask yourself, what questions can I answer here? What questions do I need to answer here? So today I'm going to give you a challenge. Let's take a look. Here is a girl trying to play on the seesaw. And I don't know if you've been on a seesaw before, but it's not much fun if it's just one person. There's no balance. So she has an idea. She straps on a basket and starts to add bricks to the basket one at a time. I want you to pause the video here and think about what are some things that you notice? What are some questions that you have? And if this was a math problem, what question might your teacher ask you to solve? When you're done brainstorming, press play. Now, you are probably thinking that you're trying to figure out, well, how many bricks did she put in the basket? But in order to solve that hidden question, there are some other hidden questions that we need to ask. We must ask, how much does the girl weigh? How much does a brick weigh? So, if you were wondering, how much does the girl weigh? She weighs 60 pounds. And if you were wondering, how much does a brick weigh? It weighs 5 pounds. Now, you have enough information to answer the question, how many bricks does she need to put in the basket to balance the seesaw? Boys and girls, today and every day when you are solving word problems, it's important to think about all the questions that need to be answered.